First of all, just those of you upstairs, before you head off, you will see under your seats, you've probably noticed them already, there are pens and papers. If you want to take part in this, find a pen and paper, and then before you leave your seats, take the pen, put it on the paper, and you're going to write a digit, a single digit, between 0 and 9. Don't think about it first. This is important. Put the pen on the paper and then write whatever naturally kind of emerges from your hand at that point. When you've done that, bring the paper back with you for the second half. You can go off and get a drink after you've done that and bring the paper back with you for the next half. But before we do that, we have one last confession with Milan down here. Would you stand up, Milan? Take it out the envelope, please. Read it yourself. Get it in your head. Now, in a minute, Milan will tell you all what this confession is. One of you, upon hearing it, will think to yourself, do not react. Do not react. Don't give me or anybody else any indication where you are in this room. Keep an absolute poker face. All right. Milan, have you read it a few times now?
Yes.
Yes, okay. Would you be able to say it without physically reading it off the paper now?
Yes.
Yes, okay. In that case, can you fold it up, put it away in the envelope? Sometimes people write their names on and things like that. I don't want to actually see the thing, but just get it out of the way. Good. So look, in your own words, or word for word, if you can remember, what's the confession?
Caught wanking in detention.
What, one more time, one more time.
Caught wanking in detention.
Thank you, Milan. You may sit down. One of you here tonight. One of you was caught wanking. Filthy. One of you was caught wanking in detention. Let's find out which one of you that was. Could you all stand up, please? Everybody stand up you get. Up you get. Oh, guilt's a funny thing. When we start to feel a bit of guilt or a bit of shame, there are certain things that we do reliably. What we tend to do, for example, we tend to bring our hands up to the side of our face. That's a classic sign of shame, hand coming up to the side of the face. So one of you right now feeling that shame won't quite know what to do with your hands. Ironically, which was probably the problem. Okay, I'm presuming this is a guy's confession. On the balance of probability it would be. So all the women can sit down for now. I may come back to some ladies later. But for now, just stick with the guys. Okay, good. The other thing is you won't know where to look. People, when they're trying to hide something, always make too much eye contact. Like that gentleman there, it's a bit creepy. So, the fact that it would be referred to as detention as opposed to when I was at school suggests you're probably still fairly young. So I would say you can sit down if you are 25 or over. Sit down, otherwise stay standing. Okay, I'm looking for 5 signs of guilt. So starting up the top, arms tightly folded across his body. That is sign number 1, clear as day. You can stay standing for us. Thank you. Yes, too late to change. Coming along here. Normally by this point, if you did have your arms folded and you're the guilty party, you would have unfolded them by now. So I'm also conversely looking for signs of sort of forced openness. So the guy there standing in the black t-shirt with his hands sort of standing by his sides, looking a little bit uneasy. You can stay standing for me too, otherwise that layer can sit down too. Dress circle, I think, oh, maybe guy there as well with his hands sort of clasped in front of him, just over there to the right. It's just the posture, you're just giving it. Okay, so that, other than that, you can sit down. Okay, coming down here. Okay. There's a little group of you there. I want all that little group standing there. I'm hoping to God it was all of you in detention. I think, apart from that, I'd like the last 3 rows to remain standing, because I can't see back there. So I think that is T, U, and V, I think, to remain standing. Otherwise, you can sit down apart from those people. All right, let's go. Guy on the end of this row in the check shirt and the white t-shirt. Excellent. What's your name?
Jack.
Jack. Just say, it's not me. It's not my confession.
It's not me. It's not mine.
You can stay standing for us, Jack. Stay right where you are. Maybe the guy next to you as well. It's not me. It's not my confession.
Not me. It's not my confession.
Next guy, it's not me.
It's not me.
Guy on the end, it's not me.
It's not me.
Right, you stay standing and you stay standing, Jack, at the end. Let's, otherwise the ones in the middle can sit down there. Let's just go at the back. Let me do a few at the back. There's a guy in the, white shirt, right at the end of there. White shirt. What's your name?
Ben.
Ben, just say it's not me.
It's not me.
All right, okay, it's got to be one of you three, isn't it? Either one of you two here, or I can't remember, I think it was Ben right at the back in the white shirt. So if you two, can you two come in closer to each other so you can share a microphone? And can you come around and just come into the aisle? I need to get you in the light so I can see you clearly. You guy in the black, you can sit down. Everyone else can sit down apart from these three. These three men are definitely hiding something, but only one of them, I believe, was caught celebrating himself during what should be a period of punishment. So your names again, Jack, was it Jack?
Yeah, Jack.
And?
Alex.
Ben, just into the mic, say it wasn't me.
Wasn't me.
Alex, it wasn't me.
It wasn't me.
Jack, it wasn't me.
Wasn't me.
Sit down, Jack. Alex, it wasn't me.
It wasn't me.
I promise it wasn't me.
I promise it wasn't me.
I swear to God it wasn't me.
I swear to God it wasn't me.
Just raise one hand for me. Raise one hand. I swear on my mother's life I was never caught wanking in detention.
I swear on my mother's life I was never caught wanking in detention.
It was not me. It was not me. Keep going. It wasn't me. It wasn't me. Loud and clear. It wasn't me. 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 Sit down. Don't say a word. Don't say a word. I've asked 1,498 people to sit down in this room. Ben, I want a simple yes or no answer. Were you or were you not, on at least one occasion, caught in some way fiddling with yourself in detention? Was that your confession, yes or no?
Yes.
Yes! You can sit yourself down, Ben. You need to go and get a drink. You can probably all do with a drink. So while you go and get yourselves a drink, I'll put the rest of you out of your misery. See you back here in 20 minutes.